Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This message will be for September 15th through the 21st, and we'll have an intention for this week. I want to start by saying thank you guys so much for all the love and support that I've seen this far on the channel. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing. Very much appreciated. If you find this message is helpful or that it resonates with your situation, please feel free to like the video or comment below how it resonated. All the love and support is very much appreciated here on the channel. The channel is really for the viewers. I created this channel to kind of help whoever was inclined, the self-discovery process, self-healing process. This channel has been in the works for about the past 2 years, even though I've only actually been on YouTube for probably the past 8 months. There's been plans in the works for this for a while, so I'm just so glad I'm able to share my messages and get the message out there. I'm so glad that I waited, because without waiting I wouldn't have been able to give the messages as clearly as I do. So I am so thankful and grateful for you guys. If you find that you do like the way that I give messages, or would like future messages from the channel, you can always feel free to subscribe. I upload messages daily, so something you're interested in. I'm going to start with the Wisdom of the Night Oracle cards this time. PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. Just in honor of the moon. These cards represent moon energy, night energy. So, Gemini, self-worth. High Priestess of Air, that's definitely you. And Invisible. Self-worth, High Priestess of Air, and Invisible. So, Gemini, self-worth symbolizes evaluating this position that you're taking in a certain situation and making sure that you're acting in a place of self-worth, of presenting self-worth. High Priestess of Air, air energy is always logical, thinking, rational thought process. And then we have Invisible, which is not fitting in or remaining unseen, remaining in the shadows. And what I get the sense here, Gemini, is there's a situation that you find yourself in that is calling you to have to remain in the shadows, right? And work from that space. And in the past, I feel like this is probably an energy that you've entertained before and have gone along with. But in the present moment, Gemini, you're really sitting down and evaluating, is this something that I could see myself doing for the long term? And how do we go from here? Asking a lot of questions, questioning the position that you're taking right now. From these cards that are coming out, and with it being the just out of the full moon energy, I really feel like, Gemini, what the cards are calling to you to do is really take a step back from the situation. Don't entertain working from the shadows. Just take a step back really analyze and evaluate the position that you're taking. Is it matching up with the direction that you see yourself going, the path that you're headed? And is it expressing self-worth? Is it showing that you believe there's value within yourself? Like I said, Gemini, I feel like this is an energy that you probably would have entertained and just remained invisible, right? Remained in the shadows. But I feel like right now you're reevaluating that position and taking a look at if that's really going to match up with where you see yourself in the future, right? The self-discovery, self-healing process. Is this something that you could see yourself doing for the long term? So let's see here, Gemini, what we can see from the tarot cards. Most important message for Gemini this week, Spirit. What does Gemini need to see for the 15th through the 21st? These cards are is the first deck I ever used on this channel. It's my very first deck I ever used on YouTube. So we have the Tower, and we have the Moon in reverse, and then we have the King of Swords. Something is going to be ending. I feel like there's going to be some secrets that are going to be revealed that's going to help you to make a decision. I feel like you're not waiting anymore. I feel like we got the Hanged Man in reverse coming out. And Justice. I get the sense here, Gemini, that you're no longer waiting, but this ending that's taken place isn't going to end very, very fairly. And this could be for you, or this could be for the other person that's involved, but I feel like this is something that you probably had your heart set on, okay? You probably seen a lot of value within this situation, this person, place, or thing. But these secrets that are going to be revealed are going to remind you of situations that you found yourself in the past. I get the sense here, Gemini, that this person has changed your perspective on how you see relationships. But there's stuff that they're hiding as well. You may not be able to see this, okay? They may be hiding that they're hiding something. Make sure to get all the information before you commit. And don't settle for second best. I really get the sense, though, here, Gemini, that you're really just not trying to argue, not trying to fight, not trying to go back and forth with people, and just focus on your goals. Focus on your finances, your career. There's a lot of deceptive energy coming out in this reading. So I just want you to be aware, Gemini, that there is a lot of deception coming out. Make sure you're getting all of the answers. Make sure you're really paying attention to people's actions, because people could talk a good game, but what do their actions say, right? What are their actions telling you? How are they acting towards a situation or about a situation? Okay? Pay attention. Don't let, use your intuition. Don't let people pull the wool over your eyes just because they're charming and they're, oh, Gemini. Don't let somebody deceive you because they're charming, because they're witty, because they are, a gentleman. That can still be a form of manipulation. That can still be a form of deception, especially if they're a salesperson or something of that nature. That just comes with that territory. That's the type of career they have. They're already used to gaining brownie points, right? So just beware of deception. That doesn't mean to go up to people and be like, oh, the girl on Natural Healing Tarot said you're lying. That's not what it could be. It very well could be lying. They could be withholding information. They could be not clear themselves. Okay? Maybe they have a lot of stuff going on within their life. I do get the sense that this, even though there's this deceptive energy coming out, that there's potentially, if the right communication happens within the scenario, partnerships and alliances that grow from this. Okay? There is also harmony coming out. This is the Lover's card in traditional tarot. This is the Psychic Tarot, by the way, if you're interested in it, by John Holland. But I get the sense here, Gemini, that communicating is going to be key, okay? But in order to communicate what it is that we need to communicate, we have to get clear. So I feel like that's why the oracle cards in the beginning are telling you to take a step back. Take a step back to gain clarity about the situation. Really analyze, is this something you can see the position that it's in right now? Because it's really unfair to ask a person to change, to ask a situation to change, right? So really sit down with yourself and ask yourself, could you accept this for how it is right now? Could you honestly grow a relationship and get comfortable with this person like it is right now, right? I want you to be honest with yourself. Be honest with the person that this is involving, okay? Communicate clearly. I understand that there's some confusion within the situation, and I just don't want to get hurt. So I have to take a step back so I can gain clarity for myself. And I think that you should maybe do the same. Right? Because how can we honestly build something at the position we are right now? So, let's get these goddess guidance cards out here. There's a potential for, I really feel like this could be a soul connection. But there's healing that needs to take place first before this partnership can come together. Having that communication is going to be the key to setting the foundation for that. Yes, you need to gain clarity. You need to have clarity in the situation. So clear the energy, clear your head, clear the space, go outside, get grounded, meditate, contemplate. Stop ruminating over what's going on. Your thoughts are bringing things into fruition. Pay attention to your thoughts, because manifestation is real. Take some quiet time, meditate, contemplate. I feel like, Gemini, there's this need here to really gain clarity on what you envision for the outcome of the situation, and then take it to that next level and communicate. It's going to initiate this person to do the same thing. Setting boundaries, loving yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. It's really time, Gemini, that you have this clear communication. I feel like if you don't have this communication with this person, they may have the communication with you, and that's going to hurt you and your ego way more. So trying to just express that with this person, communication is going to be key. But there's definitely deceptive energy being detected at this time. Okay? So, Gemini, that is the message that I have for you this week. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.